Good afternoon. It is 3:30 on Friday. It is 3 degrees Celsius out today. A little chilly, but it is beautiful out today. And I thought I would pull in to a parking lot here and do a rant video. I haven't ranted in a video in a good long while, and I have some shit to say. It was a day yesterday. It was a day. So before we get into it, how you doing? How you been? It's Easter weekend. I hope you're off. I hope you're chilling. I hope you're sitting in bed having a coffee and a bagel. Maybe not at 3:30, but you know, whatever. Do you? So my rant. Okay. Here goes. We gotta clear the throat for it. So, a little backstory, okay? For about a year now, I have been dealing back and forth with an orthodontist for Monkey, okay? Monkey has some really serious dental issues right now. He's got 3 baby teeth remaining. Okay, he's got one on either side in the bottom, and he's got one up top here. The 2 on the bottom, there is no grown-up tooth that has formed underneath. So there's nothing to push the baby teeth out. And what has happened is, it's actually causing his jaw to cave. So it literally goes like a U shape. So the baby teeth on either side there have dropped down. This in turn is causing the other teeth on the bottom to go inward toward that gap. So all his front teeth are going this way, all his back teeth are going this way. And so when he bites down, he doesn't have a proper bite. It's actually becoming an overbite. And then with the tooth up top, there is an adult tooth there, but it's growing sideways. It's not coming down. It's growing this way. So he needs to have that tooth pulled, and the hope being that once that baby tooth is pulled, the adult tooth will come down. If not, then they have to go in surgically and get it. Then with the 2 bottom teeth, because there is no adult teeth forming there, once he's 18 or his jaw stops growing, he'll have to have implants put in, right? So that he's got teeth there. On top of that, before he can get any implants and anything, they're going to have to, I would imagine, put spacers in to hold the space. But they're also going to have to put braces on to pull the teeth back into position. And then once they're in position, to pull them to make space for adult teeth down here, right? It's going to be a whole thing. The orthodontist that I took him to said generally braces are on for about 3 years, right? That's when you're talking about just straightening teeth. Monkey is going to need them for, he is suspecting, a good 4 years, because it's the damage that's going on down here is extensive. And it's actually to the point where if we don't do something very soon to start correcting this, pulling the teeth and all that kind of shit really isn't going to matter. It's going to cause real bone damage to the jaw, and he's going to need reconstructive surgery on his jaw to fix this, okay? Now, I explained all this the best I could to Monkey's dad. I hate being middleman. I hate it. I suck at explaining shit, for one thing. For two, we get along okay, but when it comes to actually dealing with stuff, we are very different people. We handle things very differently. I'm fuck it, let's do it. And we need to double, triple check and get multiple opinions. And it's just, and normally I would respect that. But in this instance, we don't have time. This is a time-sensitive issue, okay? And bear in mind, we have been talking about this and whatever, for a year, okay? So Monkey's dad's like, okay, fine, whatever. I need to talk to his insurance company changed, or they changed their procedures, whatever. He had to find out everything about his insurance company, what's covered, under what circumstance, and how much, and whatever, the paperwork, whatever, right? Cool. I get that. Been there. When I had benefits and my benefit companies started fucking around with shit, I get it, okay? However, it's been a year and still nothing, right? He's all, well, you know, the insurance company keeps telling me different things every time I call. The orthodontist that I took Monkey to won't deal with insurance paperwork. Monkey's dad would have to fill it out. Like, big fucking deal. And of course you have to pay up front, or at least a portion up front, and then as you pay for things, like your insurance company reimburses you, right? Like, this is how insurance works. So, and because they don't deal with the paperwork, you do have to pay up front, and then the insurance pays you back, right? Fine. So eventually Monkey actually started getting uncomfortable and painful. It's difficult for him to brush his teeth. It's difficult for him to chew properly. Like, things are getting real, okay? So the last orthodontist appointment I took him to, they had to redo the x-rays because it had been a year since we'd been there. So they redid the x-rays. Things have gotten worse. I actually took a picture of his x-ray, and so did Monkey. And Monkey sent his picture to his dad and was like, okay, what are we, like, this is what I'm dealing with. Can we fix it now, please? Like, you know. And his dad was like, oh, I didn't realize it was that bad, blah, 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 blah. Like, because I'm full of shit and Monkey's exaggerating, right? Monkey wouldn't say shit if he had a mouthful. So for him to actually say something to his dad is a big fucking deal, okay? Whatever. Picture speaks 1,000 words, I guess. So we'd been texting, I don't know, last week or last couple of weeks. He wants to get a second opinion. He doesn't like the reviews, the online reviews of this orthodontist, I guess. He thinks he can find somewhere cheaper. Look, an orthodontist is a specialist. Any specialist in any area is going to cost more, okay? They have to do more extensive work. It's more extensive training. Like, it is what it is, but your kid's in pain. He can't chew. Just fucking fix his goddamn teeth. I was getting so mad. So then last week he says to me, I have this appointment booked for Monkey at the dentist or the orthodontist, whatever. He keeps saying dentist. I get so confused because there's a difference between going to the dentist and going to the orthodontist. But he had this appointment. He was going to take him there. The appointment, it was like at like 7:45 or some shit like that. And then the plan changed. He was going to pick him up from my house on Tuesday to take him to the appointment on Wednesday. And I thought, I should have known. I was thinking, why would you do that when the orthodontist is literally around the corner from my house? Why would you take him from your town, like another town? Whatever. But he makes my head hurt. So I try not to ask too many questions. So, live and learn. Question everything. So he goes to this appointment, whatever. I find out through the course of the day because he's texting me looking for his health card number. I didn't even think about his health card because he'd been to the orthodontist already. Like, I should have known right there he wasn't at where I thought he was going. But I was at work and I was busy. Like, come on. Trust the man to do one damn thing. So I come to find out that no, he didn't take him to the orthodontist that I've been taking him to. He took him to his family dentist in his town and got more x-rays. And as the dentist is looking at these x-rays, he says to Monkey's dad, like, I can't do anything with this kid. Like, he needs an orthodontist. He needs a specialist. I can't touch him. Like, so I told you that. I told you that a year ago. Like, apparently I'm absolutely brain dead and I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever. So I get home and I'm talking to Monkey about it. Monkey was really upset that he didn't get those teeth pulled. He also thought he was getting those teeth pulled. So yesterday, I'd had enough. And I told Monkey, on Thursday when I'm done work, if I'm done work soon enough, I have to go pay for and pick up my tax return. And if I'm getting enough back, I will go to the orthodontics, which I was going to do anyway, and talk to them and work out like a payment plan, because I'm done. You are not waiting anymore. This is stupid. And he was cool with that. So, and I have to explain all this to him, because when I get a hold of his dad and tell him that I'm throwing a monkey in the wrench and he's not involved anymore, he's going to hit the roof. And there's a very good chance, because I will ignore him, I will ghost him completely. And I will tell you why in a minute. But once I do that, there's a very good chance that he's going to start texting the kid and getting him to get me to get a hold of him. Like, so I get off work yesterday, okay? I was home by like 3 o'clock. Didn't change my clothes, nothing. I got home, I checked the mail, I got home, I checked the mail. I washed my face real quick, right? Freshen up a little bit. And jumped in the car. I went and picked up my taxes, found out what I was getting back, and went directly to the orthodontist. Walked into the orthodontist office and I broke it down for her. She was very patient, very understanding. And I said, look, I gave her Monkey's name. She looked up his file and I said, look, we've been dealing with this for about a year, and bullshit with the insurance company. It's too much. It has to get done. This is ridiculous. I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to pay for it with my tax return, or get it started with my tax return. How much do you need up front? And then can we work out a payment schedule? And she even said to me, you know what? It is not our policy to deal with insurance paperwork, but in this instance, we will do it. But I said, no, I'm done fucking around with my ex's insurance company and my ex. Like, he's about ready to lose his shit with the insurance company. He doesn't handle pressure well at all. Okay. It's not a put down. It's a fact. And I said, the kid is uncomfortable. This is stupid. It's just getting done. It's just getting done. So she told me how much I had to put down up front, and that the leftovers, because it's not going to take my whole tax return up front, but because I don't have, and they'll take cash the first payment. Cool. But continuing on, they will not accept cash. I don't trust checks. And I don't want to keep the money in my bank account because it will get spent. So she had suggested putting it on a refillable Visa card, whatever they're called. And I was like, oh shit, that's a brilliant idea. I said, can I leave that card with you? And then once a month, you just, do your thing, and right? When it gets low, let me know and I'll top it up. And she said, absolutely. Fucking perfect. Because it's just under $2,000 that I got to give her up front. And then it's like $270 a month. It's a lot of money, okay? I make $17 an hour and I have zero benefits, okay? But with this, I think I can swing it. So, cool. We set that up. And I said, when I get that tax return, because it'll take about 10 days for me to get it. Once I get it, can I phone you? And then I'll go out and get the card and whatever, and I'll get all that done, and then I can phone you and we can book the appointment and what. And she said, absolutely. I was so ecstatic. Yay. So I came home, and by then Monkey was home. So I explained everything to him. He's so excited. He's so excited. So then I text his dad, and this is where the fuckery starts. Buckle up, bitches. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying, in no way, shape, or form am I putting this man down, okay? Not at all. However, I texted him and said something to the effect of, so I got my paperwork for my tax return today, and I told him how much I was getting, approximately. It's none of his business. I said I also went down to the orthodontist that I've been taking Monkey to, and I have worked out a payment plan. It's handled. It's going to get taken care of within the next, 12 days, give or take, right? So don't worry about it. You don't have to fuck around with your insurance. Like, he's got stuff he's got to put through for his wife, okay? Like, handle her shit. I've got Monkey. Don't even, it's fine. Don't worry about it, right? I'm not fucking around with this. It's been a year. I'm done. Monkey's done. It's handled. Don't worry about it, right? Not in any sense putting him down or whatever. I mean, it's both our faults. I shouldn't have let it go so long, and he should just fucking do it. So he starts texting me, and I mean text bombing me. I couldn't have responded to him fast enough. So I just didn't bother, right? Go off. I so don't care. I have no problem turning the notifications off on my phone. So when I didn't start answering his texts, he started calling me, right? Once after the other, after the other, after the other. After about the third phone call, I finally answered. I was like, and here we go. And he just went off. What do you mean? Blah, blah, blah. My kid, I'm the father. Blah, 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 blah. You're going to be out all this money and just, right? And I was like, whoa, Nelly, hang on. I don't care if I'm out the money. I care about my kid's health. I care about his comfort. He is in pain. He can't chew properly. He can't brush his teeth properly. He's afraid to smile because his bite is weird. I could give a shit about the money. I just want my kid happy, healthy, and able to smile. So he started screaming at me. I'm stupid, I'm retarded, I'm brain dead, I'm deficient, blah, 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 right? Screaming to the point where I was out in my backyard, and my buddy was over tinkering with his car, and he was under his car, working on the car, and he could hear Monkey's dad screaming at me on the phone. So what do? I hang up on him. He's not standing in front of me. I'm not in a position where I have to listen to that shit. So I hung up. And we done. Then the text bombing started again. This all went on for probably about 45 minutes. It was absolute fucking madness. So now I'm in the house and I'm trying to get dinner ready. I've got to get dinner ready. I had to pick Boo Boo up at 8 o'clock, I think it was. I also had to get my dinner ready. I had to tidy up the house. I had other things I had to do, right? All while this maniac is text bombing me and calling me, and just, it's never ending, right? So finally he gets his wife to call me. His wife. So her name pops up. I answer the phone, and she says the first words out of her mouth. I have no idea what's going on, but he just told me to call you. What's going on? I said, darling, I love you to pieces. You are the sweetest thing on this planet, but you don't want any of this. This has nothing to do with you. This is between me and your husband. Stay out of it. For the love of God. I was just vibrating. I was so angry. Please stay out of it. You don't want none of this. Okay? Then she started siding with him about all the insurance talk. And I said, look, Linda, look. The difference between me and the both of you is, at this point, I could give a fuck if I am out $9,000, $28,000. I don't care. It has to get done. It's going to get done. Okay? I do not care. So I said, tell your husband to eat a dick. Stop calling me. Stop texting me. The conversation is over. We're not talking about it anymore. It's a done deal. Get over it. Meanwhile, he's screaming at her from across the room. You can tell. Tell her what I told you to. Tell her what I told you to. She's fucking brain dead. She's fucking stupid. Rrr. I said, tell your husband to eat a dick and leave me the fuck alone. And I hung up the phone. Done. The text bombing started again. So finally I texted him back and I said, listen, I don't know who you think you are, but my mother never talked to me the way you talk to me. Like, you've known me for... Monkey's 13, 14, you've known me for about 16 years. When has yelling ever made me want to listen to what you have to say? Never. So, you are not feeding me, you are not fucking me, and you are in no way financing me. So what I do has absolutely no bearing on you. You will not talk to me like that. The deal is done. Have a nice day. If you keep texting and calling me, I am going to block you from my phone. Have a nice day. Right? Sent him the text. The texting went on for a while. I never even checked them. I have no idea what he was going on about. Don't really care. So I went and I told Monkey, look, your dad's flipping out. He's having a little temper tantrum. If he starts texting you, ignore it. Don't worry about it. It's got nothing to do with you. He's pissed at me. He's mad that I won't engage in a fight. He's mad that I won't yell back. Like, I'm just completely ignoring his dumb ass. Like, I'm almost 46 years old. Okay, I don't have the patience, the time for this fucking bullshit. I have actual kids at home. Okay? So... That's fine. Then Monkey reminded me that he was going with his dad yesterday. Like, his dad was coming to pick him up. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Totally forgot about it. Picking him up for Easter, for today. And that they were going to the movies last night. I was like, oh, fuck. This should be fun. But in the meantime, he started texting, and I started picking, like, I just sort of, like, skimming the new texts that came in. I could give a shit what he was raging about before. And he was going, I'm just concerned about the money. I know you don't have the money. I know you can't afford it. La, 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 la. My stupid little job, right? Like, all the jobs I've ever had, as long as I've known them, are stupid little jobs. Because they're minimum wage, right? Or just slightly above. Whatever. My stupid little jobs have raised 2 kids. Okay? Just fine. Clothes on their back, food in their belly, roof over their head. They're fine. Okay? Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. So I texted him back and I said, look, in no way, shape, or form am I putting you down as a father. He's a great father. He's a shitty human being. Good father. Can't communicate with the women in his life to save his life, but I mean, he's a good dad, so whatever. I said, I don't know what you're so bent out of shape about. Again, you are not feeding me, fucking me, or in any way financing me. So what I do with my money has zero bearing on you. The only thing I can think of is that you're pissed because I'm stealing your thunder. Because when I texted him about this a year ago, well, I texted him about 4 months ago when I had an extra bit of money. And I was like, back then, I'm going to get this started. I'm going to get it started. You figure out your insurance shit and you can pay for the rest of it, but I'm going to get the ball rolling. Like, this has to happen. At bare minimum, those 3 teeth need to come out, right? Just to give him some relief. I'm his father, blah, 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 was the thing. Whatever. It was a pride thing. I kicked him in the pride, and he had a fucking hissy fit about it, basically. Right? Get over it. If you'd have swallowed your pride in the first fucking place and just did what I told you to do, this would have been done. So to sit there and fucking scream at me and scream at your wife and text bomb me, I mean, one, it's not helping you plead your case, because I stopped listening. As soon as you start screaming, I'm done. Peace out, yo. You start putting me down and calling me names, man, if he was in front of me, I'd have punched him in the face and kicked him in the dick. Fucking Jesus. I was just vibrating yesterday. Then he's going on about how he's going to take Monkey to his dentist in his town for regular checkups. Like, bitch, I've taken that boy for regular checkups since day one. He has a dentist. How do you think we found out about this shit? Like, where's your fucking head? Why are you suddenly going to take him to another dentist that doesn't know his history? Like, are you out of your fucking mind? What planet are you from? And because of his work schedule, so what, now I have to drive it into his town every time he goes to a fucking dentist appointment? Get out of here. No. He's like, well, I hope those dentist appointments are covered. The fuck do you care, bud? When was my financial standing your goddamn problem? Like, when did that happen? We have never been married. We have not been together for, like, what's Monkey again? 13? So, 13 years. 12 years. The fuck is wrong with you? I was so mad. I was like, as a matter of fact, it is covered. Ontario covers low-income families for children's dental shit. Like, don't even fucking worry about it. Like, it's none of your business, but it's fine. It's covered. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. So by the time he actually picked up Monkey, he actually apologized. He texted me and was like, I'm so sorry. I'm under a lot of stress, and so I'm snapping really easily. I was like, you think your stress excuses you for calling me brain dead, for calling me retarded, for telling me I'm stupid, for screaming at me like a fucking idiot? It doesn't. It really doesn't. It doesn't. And I don't accept it. You take your sorry and shove it up your ass. No. That doesn't work for me. Two, it's not an excuse, because you lose your shit at every little thing. You stub your toe and the fucking world's ending and you're raging. So that's basically a Tuesday for you. Don't give me shit about stress, okay? Go fuck your hat, bud. I dropped it. I was like, whatever. I literally texted him back, okay. Whatever, bud. Take your kid and go. So I haven't heard shit from him since. Thank goodness. Because I'd have to block his ass. But I mean, come on. How much pride do you have that you got to lose your shit because I say, like, don't worry about it. I'm going to pay for it. It's fine. It's fine. Like, really? Really? You're going to let your kids suffer because you think you can find a better price or whatever? Like, get the fuck out of here. I couldn't believe that shit. You're going to fucking lose your mind like that? Like, really? Really? Whatever. Rant. I could see if I had texted him and been all condescending and nasty and whatever. I wasn't. I was speaking the truth, speaking the facts. It's been a year. You've had a year. You've been fucking around. Like, I get you're fighting with the insurance company. I get the insurance company are being dicks. However, it's kind of irrelevant at this point. Because the longer you wait, the more money it's going to cost. Anyway, if money is your sole concern, it's going to cost you more the longer you wait. It just is. More work is going to have to be done. The kid will need reconstructive surgery on his jaw. Think about that for a second. selfishness. It's pride and selfishness, and it drives me absolutely batshit crazy. And he's right. I can't afford it. I don't have the money to do this. But you know what? I'm the kid's mom, and a bitch will find the fucking money. It's fine. I will work something out. And I did. It's all Gucci. Fuck's sakes. So yeah, he can eat a dick, choke on it, and lose my friggin' number. Like, just stop. I also told him I will never ask him for help for anything ever again in life. Like, I have never gone to him and said, look, I can't afford these bills this month. Can you help me out? Or I paid up all my bills, but it's taking out of my grocery money for the month. Can you help me out? I have never done that. Okay. I've taken up odd jobs, like on the fly, to make sure that I have money to cover everything. Right? If my paycheck isn't going to cover it, I will find something that will give me enough money to cover the difference. Always. Like, it's fine. Never called him for money. Ever. Ever. And I've never asked him to help me with anything. Like, I'm working, can you take him to this appointment? No. I work it out, I book the time off, and I do it. Like, it's easier for me to take time off work than him, right? Fine. The one time that I actually really needed his help, this is what I get. And then when I say, okay, well, it's fine, I work something out, it's fine, like, I don't need you, you're gonna lose your shit. Really? Call me everything but a white woman and completely lose your mind. No, that's not happening. That's not happening ever again. Nope. I'll never call you for nothing. I'll handle everything. It's fine. It's fine. Asshole. Oh, just so mad. So mad. Anyways, that is my rant. Feel a little better. Anyhow, happy Good Friday, happy Easter, if that's your thing. I'm gonna go home. I have some tidy up stuff to do. I was actually cleaning my house in between all this drama yesterday. Like, I worked mad hard after working all day too. Like, what a fucking day. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm gonna boot. I have some stuff to finish up. So anybody watching, happy Easter. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.